Why? Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. My name is Mr. Dogboat333, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, 1000-Week Reich as the Union of South Africa. Now, last video, we finished up our election, and our good old PM Hofmeyr won another term for the United Party. Unfortunately, PM Hofmeyr did not live long enough to really do much of, well, anything, honestly. A little unfortunate, I'll be honest. But now we have this gentleman right here, DP de Villiers-Graaff. De Villiers-Graaff, also known as Div Graaf, is an aristocrat, a war hero, and a nobleman that is fighting for the rights of the colored and common man. Born in Cape Town to a cold storage magnate and later first Baron de Villiers-Graaff, he went to a prestigious school and later went to law school. At the outbreak of the European War, Graaff joined the Union Defense Force and briefly served in North Africa. In spite of his short tour of duty, Graaff still gained himself quite a reputation. Thanks to his background and his personal charisma, he was elected to the House of Assembly as a UP member in 1948, in which he would oppose every attempt from the Nationalists to impose their so-called apartheid experiment onto South Africa. Now, as Prime Minister, Graaff is expected to maintain South Africa's cordial relationship with the Commonwealth alongside his moderate position on social issues. Well, there we go. Nothing too wild, but, you know, simple enough. Catching state. That sounds like something over here. Yeah, Burma's a bit of a mess right now. I'm not particularly surprised. Anyway, at the time of me recording this, none of the parts of the series have gone live yet. However, I am uploading the first part right now. It is Sunday when I'm recording this. So, you know, just kind of, haven't fully seen the, we're not going to get bombed realistically anywhere, so concentrated industry is a no-brainer. And from here, let's do artillery 3, why not? Could do experimental designs. I haven't messed around with that too much, though. I got all the DLC, during one of the sales, I got all the, updated DLC, because I haven't bought a lot of the DLC that Paradox has released for HoI 4. I'm not... It's kind of ironic, because I'm a big HoI 4 YouTuber. That's my main output. But I actually don't play much HoI 4 outside of my YouTube. And I only mainly play on modded HoI 4 to begin with. Now, I'm a big Europa Universalis 4 guy. Ooh! Well, here we are. Yeah, we've not been selected at all, so I don't quite care about that. Good for New Zealand, though. And what was the name? Yeah, I play a lot of EU4. That's probably my main Paradox game, actually. And then, I played some Vicky 3. I do want to play some more for the channel and outside of it. I just haven't had time yet. But we'll get there. Maybe, probably. So we expanded the riches of South Africa. Let's get working on... Let's officially get the conservative direction spilt out. The government has chosen to play it safe following the narrow election and recent political crises, with the Prime Minister filling out his cabinet with more relatively conservative UP members. The government is signaling a cautious outlook on reform. Well, there we go. France is going... Interestingly, looks like the French state is holding it. I can't really... the French state is probably going to hold on. They're right outside... Yep, they're moving in to take Paris. It's probably Jover. I read in the patch notes that they buffed the French state to begin with, which is not going to be good for the AI, because I already I mean, I played it recently, and the last patch, last major patch at least, I think there's a last major update. And I had to restart, so it's certainly not a cakewalk necessarily. As we maintain our hold on power against the rising tide of African internationalism, there's a major push both from radical activists and reformist voices within our party to speed up the rate of reform. However, government has made up its mind on this. The risk of trying to go too fast at a time of political difficulty like now is simply too great. The party leadership and Prime Minister have chosen to play it safe following the narrow election and recent political crises. The PM filling out his cabinet of more relatively conservative UP members. Liberals and those on the left may be disappointed by this lack of ambition, but it is clear to us that the potential political instability and turmoil is not worth the benefit of trying to move quicker, and the government is signaling a cautious outlook on reform and an olive branch to other conservatives back within parties like the NP. This does not mean that we are completely turning our back on reform, simply that we are acknowledging the difficulties of practicality and opting to take things more slowly. Steady progress. So now we have Bernard Friedman as our head of government. Look at power gains, okay. Vaus Ra seems more interesting as a AI figure. Political power is nice on Peter V.G. van der Bill. Your population not so nice. And then Jacobus Basson. Not liking these extra consumer good factories. I'm not gonna lie. Oh well. We could encourage national unity. I think Milan already resigned, so I don't think that matters too much yet. Let's expand mining operations. Mining in South Africa has a long history dating back to the early days of colonialism, the country being a major exporter of precious metals, diamonds, and coal. Recent prospecting has shown that further resources are accessible across large parts of the country. The government will assist in investments into new and expanded mining operations to increase our exports of natural resources, fuel our own industries, and grow the economy. Well, there we go. Let's do it. I think actually South Africa was probably the first nation I played in Vicky 3. Now that I think of it. Is that true what I just said? I need to think for a second. I didn't intentionally lie, but am I telling the truth? I think I am, yeah. It's been a while since Vicky 2 was first released. I mean, I remember the announcement that Vicky 3 was actually happening, and I lost, I think a lot of people lost my shit when I saw that happen, and volunteer only. Let's move up to limited conscription, because we have no manpower. None at all. It is brutal. Let's get Artillery 3 going. Yeah, the French state's gonna win there. I mean, I haven't been disappointed. It's just, I don't have time to play anything else. Really, Kingdom of Montenegro back. That's funny. Oh shit, research. Let's get, let's get better guns going. Why not? Research speed has done pretty well. We've caught up a fair bit, I think. A fair bit. I can speak, totally. There's resources, interesting. Military coup in Hungary. That's not good for them. Let's do some rapid industrialization. Those civilian factories sound incredible right about now. Heavy industry is the bedrock of most modern economies, and while South Africa is perhaps one of the most industrialized country on the continent, with several key growing industries, it remains behind some of the major highly developed economies of the world. A new wave of subsidies and tax breaks will be set out to promote industrial development in new industrial zones set up by the government, part of a broader plan of building a strong civilian industrial base and utilizing our wealth of natural resources. There we go. Yeah, at the very start of Vicky 3's release, South Africa, which was really made up of these two states and then a little bit into Northern Cape, only about this much territory. The Gorn Gallery, interesting. And then they're approaching India. That's a little... Here's foil, Sudan. And needless to say, I don't know if it's needless to say, it was interesting to have us as one of the recommended nations. This is the one that they attached to the tutorial. Oh, Germany's going after Ukraine. That's not nice at all. No civil war for the Germans. Germany seems a lot more competent with this recent patch, which for balancing wise is probably good. I don't like to see that flavor of Germany doing well, naturally, of course, but I mean, it makes things more interesting versus just Germany imploding every other game. Just about. Round V Board of Education. World Food Program. Yeah, let's vote yes on that. Oh, here we go. On our country's frontier sectors, especially Southwest Africa, there are many potential sources of unrest that might jeopardize the stability of our nation. Therefore, oh no, this is back to, already... I wonder, since we fucked up the plebiscite earlier, if this will just end up going no matter what. We've done nothing with this. I wonder if we just have to sit tight and maybe that'll come someday. Let's encourage national unity while we are here. Yeah, let's do encouraging of national unity. The recent election was one of the most heated in recent years in a country which is already quite starkly divided by issues of politics, nationality, and race. Now we are here yet again in a time of political crisis as our former leaders passed away. It's time for us to be magnanimous in victory and hear concerns of those who oppose us. The PM and government will emphasize national unity, working with the national party and others in the spirit of compromise, rather than pushing our own actions. World Food Program established. Very nice. And now the French government in exile is kicking ass. I don't know what happened. I'm just gonna... I mess around with the console occasionally. I did nothing. They're just... and now the French state is winning again. Sure. You know what? Why not? Is this fucking war still going on? Why do they have the military coup? I thought you had to... I thought the war had to be over for anything to happen with Hungary's political stuff. I might be wrong, or that might have changed. I don't know. And now the French government exiles, losing epically. But who knows what'll happen between now and then. I mean, the Germans are sending volunteers. Oh. Actually, the volunteers are going to have to go away now. I mean, I'm not very optimistic about them and their chances, but hey. Let's do the Paris
Parastatals. The parastatals refers to a group of large state-owned corporations set up by the government to control and manage key sectors of the economy. With great transformation taking place in the country, key industries cannot be left to the free market. Will use these state-owned corporations to direct the broad strokes of industrial policy and drive the industrialization of this country. That'll be good, I think. I don't see why not. Oh, we can do, internal campaigns. I don't know if I should do anything there. Hungary, yep. Hungary's one. They're looking quite thick, I must say. Project Advanced Manufacturing. That's interesting. Okay, this is all new, and I don't know what all this means. Huh. There goes... So we elected a military junta path. Huh. Okay, so the Legionnaires are gonna win. Doesn't even look close. Interesting. Okay, so this is a... Yeah, this is the path that the AI has decided to go. Okay. And there goes the rebels. I don't know what that does, really. I know what I do want to do. Vanderbilt Park Steelworks. Since the 1930s, planning and construction has been underway on a huge new steelworks at the Vanderbilt Park, the banks of the Vaal River in the Transvaal region, under the watch of South African Iron and Steel Corporation, or ISCOR. Initial production is underway, but the site is not yet at full potential. With an injection of government funding and working with ISCOR, we will complete the project, turning the site into a fully integrated steelwork, able to refine raw materials into finished steel products. Now, that's what we want to do. Oh, hello, Botswana. Sretsakama leading? Yeah, that's my boy. Fascinating guy, Sretsakama. Look up his story if you're ever interested. Botswana is a unique case in modern African nations in that it's not an economic basket case. It's a pretty stable democracy. It has a semi-solid economy. And it just kind of generally seems like a decent place to be, all things considered. If I had lived anywhere in Africa for an extended period of time, it would probably be Botswana. I don't even know what would come too close to beat it. Ghana seems pretty stable nowadays. Maybe Ghana. Namibia, actually. Namibia's pretty solid, from what I've gathered. And anywhere else? Rwanda, maybe? Kenya, I guess. Alright, let's get Iskor going. Get that extra steel as well as extra construction speed. Oh dear God, yeah, we're not able to do much of anything because we keep getting that shit torn up. Okay, we can build some more stuff in Natal as well as Pretoria. Really, this little industrial area up here. Well, not industrial area, but we can expand some stuff in the Transvaal. I mean, from my understanding, it is possible for a civil war to happen, but I think that comes down with this path. Further content beyond. Oh, okay. I thought that it said future content before. This makes me wish I went down this path. I'm not gonna lie. Well, hey, I've made my bed. I'm gonna lay in it. While the government and parties agreed on the need for social and political reform in the country, in such an explosive environment, such reform must be taken slowly and cautiously. We outlined an agenda of gradual stage reform, emphasizing our focus on maintaining stability while making gradual progress towards a brighter future. Yeah, South Africa itself. Oh, South Africa seems like a fascinating country. I'd love to go there one day. I don't know. It's been a little shaky there recently, I know. And from what I gathered, it actually seems to be on the upswing. The election forced the two big parties in a coalition. It seems like they're actually cooperating quite well. Okay, geez, yeah. I don't know what the plebiscite is going to be based off of, but I don't think we're winning it. I'm going to be real. You know, quite honestly, so be it. I'm not going to force them to stay. If they want to go, I will let them go. Let's promote some civilian industries. Alongside heavy industry, another key part of major economies is civilian and consumer industries, which respond to the demand of a new growing class of consumers. We will invite and encourage investment into light industries in and around our major cities, building consumer goods for domestic consumption and for exports in growing local and international markets. Let's get working on this, I guess. It's not allowing me to go much further there. Gonenberg International. What an airport. Well, I haven't messed around too much with the UN stuff. I've mainly just reacted to it when it happens. I mean, I don't know if I don't know if I've really played countries where I can do other than react and see what happens. But let's go ahead and go down mining subsidies. South Africa is a nation rich in natural resources, much of which are yet to be fully exploited, owing to our nation's still lacking level of economic development. will set out a plan to provide stronger funding and incentives to mining companies across the country to expand their operations, granting us more of the wealth that lies under our feet. And there we go. And there my timer goes. And with that, my friends, I'm going to have to leave this video here. But I thank you all for watching, as always. If you like this video, leave a like. If not, feel free to dislike. If you want to see more of this content in the future, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, as well as the notification bell. I upload weekdays, as well as occasionally Saturdays. Having comments, feedback, or concerns, leave them in the comment section below, please. I appreciate any feedback you might have for me. If you want to keep up, if you want to check out my various links down in the box below to see what I'm doing outside of YouTube, please go ahead and do that. Check them out down in the link description box below. And that is going to be it for now, my friends. But I thank you all for watching. As always, my name has been Mr. Dogbot333, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye now.